Hello there. I wonder which part of the Christmas story we're involved with here. Let's have a look, see what we can see. Ooh. Star chart. Pictures of where all the stars are in the sky. Wow. It certainly seems to be a dark, starry night where we are today. Oh. Some fairly fine-looking robes. A very fine-looking hat. Oh, and a box. Oh. Some gold. Some incense. Some myrrh. Let me tell you about the wise men. They lived a long way away. They lived in the desert. And out in the desert 2,000 years ago, there wasn't really an awful lot to do with the evenings. If you can imagine, there was no Netflix, no CBBC, but what there was were amazing skies, and you could look up and see the stars. And these men had spent a long time studying the stars, and they'd heard of an ancient prophecy of a particular star that would appear once a special king was born. And on one particular night, they looked up and saw this most incredible bright star, and they decided amongst themselves, we need to go. We need to follow this star and see where it leads. And so they went. They had no idea how long they would be gone for. I should imagine they packed up several camels full of food and supplies and clothes just in case. And they trekked for weeks and weeks. And I'm sure at some points they'd have thought, are we really going to get anywhere in the end? But they'd heard of a promise that if they kept following the star, they would find this new special king. And so it was that eventually they came to Bethlehem and they saw Mary and Joseph and the baby, and they offered them gifts. Gold, a royal kind of thing that you would give a king. Frankincense, which is the sort of thing that people would burn while they're saying their prayers to acknowledge that this new baby was God. And the strangest of them all, this one, myrrh. And myrrh was used for putting on dead bodies so they didn't smell and rot. And you kind of think, well, that's a very weird present to give a baby. But actually, the special thing about this baby was the way he lived and the way he died. But that's a story we'll discover at Easter. For now, what I'd love you to do, if you've been given one of these stars, is just to hold it in your hand and think. Think that God not only has promised to lead those wise men to Jesus, but that God also promises to lead us if we ask him. I'm going to say a prayer now, and if you'd like to make it your prayer too, say Amen at the end after me. Dear God, we thank you that you used a star to guide the wise men to find the special baby. Lord, I pray that you would help us to trust you to lead us in good ways. Help us to understand that we are not alone, but that you are always with us, beside us, and guiding us. Amen.